Damon Bruce brought to you by Ike Sandwiches with a little breaking news this Saturday morning. The 49ers have elevated Nick Sorensen from their coaching staff to their defensive coordinator opening, and Brandon Staley, who we thought was a candidate for the defensive coordinator position, has been brought in as Kyle's next assistant head coach. Maybe he'll be the just run the ball coach. Obviously, neither move comes with an awful lot of fanfare. The news breaks early Saturday morning from a source at ESPN. Still no official announcement from the 49ers, but we see the way that this is going. And not a lot of fanfare, like I'm saying. I don't think either of these hires is going to really excite 49er fans again. You might need to make two hires if you don't go out and hire just one. Bill Belichick, as much as a pipe dream as that was, it still felt like the big God move to make. Look, Brandon Staley, as a head coach, probably miscast. As a defensive coordinator, maybe he feels that he's undercast for that. He won a Super Bowl as the Rams defensive coordinator, but becoming head coach of the Chargers means he doesn't exactly want to regress all the way back to a coordinator spot. He's Kyle's assistant head coach. So what is that? Consigliere, somebody to help you both offensively and defensively, someone to maybe mitigate Kyle's offensive room and that defensive room that is now going to be taken over by Nick Sorensen, who played 10 years in the NFL, has an awful lot of experience in the secondary, coaching up the nickel position specifically. And when you look at how good Diamador Lenore played this year, moments of Ambry Thomas, I think that his fingerprints are on that. I really do. I have nothing against the guy at all. He coached several years up in Seattle, and what he does have an awful lot of working knowledge of is just how Kyle wants this defense run based upon how it's built. And that seemed to be where the real tug of war between Kyle Shanahan and Steve Wilks was. The reason why Steve Wilks isn't here any longer isn't really due to performance as much as it was just due to fit. Kyle didn't trust him to fit right in the biggest moments of the year. Now, in the biggest moment of the year, the Super Bowl, I really would believe that it was Kyle's offense that let that team down more than the defense let that team down in the Super Bowl. So the whole Steve Wilks playing scapegoat thing just was a little odd to begin with. And now this hire breaking on a Saturday morning, a little odd there too. I mean, there's Friday news dump. What is this? A Saturday morning, sneak the sun past the rooster type of thing. Well, again, the Niners haven't announced anything. This is breaking news from ESPN. But Nick Sorensen as defensive coordinator, Brandon Staley next assistant head coach. And here's the deal. How do you feel about it? You can leave a comment below, obviously. I'm sure an awful lot of people will. Lots of comments about the 49ers in 2023 and going into 2024, I'm sure, to be found across the internet. But the truth is, we do not know what this is going to equal. And it will have been a success if they're holding up a Lombardi trophy next February, and it will have been not a success if they don't. That is the price of poker for the 49ers. Go win the Super Bowl. Nothing short of Super Bowl victory will be acknowledged as progress. Anything else other than winning a Super Bowl will be seen as regression. So tons of pressure always remains directly on the forehead of Kyle Shanahan. And now to bear that burden, he has Brandon Staley as an assistant head coach, and his defensive coordinator is Nick Sorensen. Thanks so much for tuning in to a little bit of breaking news, and I'll tell you, we will have more for this starting on Monday morning, 8:30 a.m. West Coast time, going live with Larry Krueger as Wake Up turns into a 3-day-a-week program starting at 8:30 Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. Hope you join me there, and maybe out at Plus Mania Sunday at the Halfway Club in the Crocker Amazon neighborhood. That's where we're getting together for a little Plus Mania 3, The Revenge. But there you go. Breaking news on a Saturday morning. The 49ers have hired a defensive coordinator and Brandon Staley. Who would have ever thought you'd get two?